What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and CreateSpace. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I'll put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. I'm going to try this in a different way. What about the dysfunction that you can control? How about that? You know, what your mind, body, and soul. You've got dysfunction. We all have issues. And some things were passed down. I get that. You inherited some things. I get that. You got scarred in life. I get that. But when you're as an adult, what about the dysfunction that you can control? What if you're overeating? That's a dysfunction. You became overweight and obese. Can you control that dysfunction? Or are you the victim of that? You're the victim of everything that you're eating and letting yourself go. You're the victim of you making yourself overweight. So you are saying you can't fix that dysfunction? I just want to know about the one that you can control. Not the other ones that happen to you. The ones that you can control. What if you're alcoholic? It's a sickness. It's still under your control. You control if you put that drink in a cup and drink it. You control if you go buy it at a bar. You drove yourself there. You worked all week to pay for it. What about the dysfunction you can control? Right? You can tell yourself, I'm just going to have one and have one. Or I can't stop myself. No, see, when you say you're an addict, and you can't control yourself, and I have an addictive personality. Really? Because that's a self-control issue. You're not addicted to, alcohol or drugs or sex or gambling. You're addicted to being out of control. It's a difference. That vice is just the excuse. That's why people have a different vice, but they all lack what? Self-control. So what about the dysfunction that you can control? Because you can control self-control because it's self-control. What about your character flaws? If you're a liar, and you know you're a liar, and everybody else knows you're a liar, and I lied because of this, that, and the third. Is that a dysfunction that you can control? Because it is your mouth, right? You did think up these lies, right? You did say them, right? You did try to cover your tracks, right? That's dysfunctional, right? So what about changing the dysfunction you can control? What about being honest? How difficult is that? Why is that so difficult? Why do you have to be pressed to be honest? What about the dysfunction that you can control? We gonna ignore those? We're just going to ignore those. What about how you talk to people? If you're one of those people who talk to people in a negative manner, what about that dysfunction that creates situations in your life that are detrimental and that make your life worse? Can you control what you say to people? How you say it to people? When you say things? I just gotta say what I gotta say. Oh, okay. How's that working out for you? Not so good. So if that's dysfunctional and you know it, that's a dysfunction you can't control, right? Having a little tact, having a little decorum, that's a dysfunction that you can control, right? What about the ones you can control? What are we gonna do about those? Right? If you're an opportunist and this is a way to come up. I could use you for this, use you for that. This is how it's supposed to be. Really. And the reason I'm like that is because I'm in survival mode. Oh. So you can control your survival mode, can't you? I mean, you are in control of if you survive or thrive. So your opportunism, because I just got to do what I got to do to survive. That shit right there. You're in control of that. I mean, because you could honestly just work harder, work smarter, budget, get things right, be a better person. And all of a sudden you wouldn't I do it to survive. Because you're fucking lying. I can't control. No. Just admit it. You like taking the easy way out. Can you control the dysfunction of you like to screw people over to get ahead because you like taking the easy way out even though they're doing what they're supposed to do the right way? What's the problem? Oh, what's the problem? I don't understand. What about the dysfunction that you can control? I got this generational curse because my parents did this to me. So if you become a parent, are you doing it to your kids? Well, it's the only thing I know. You know it don't work. So why are you doing it to your kids? You know it scarred you for life. Why are you doing it to your kids? You couldn't control the dysfunction which your parents gave to you, but you can control what you give to your children, right? What about the dysfunction that you can control? Shout out to Kendra D for this. Fish grease. This one's for you, cause I heard you. I heard you live. I really did. This whole day, not the whole day, but some of these ones today. Shout out to you. What about your bad habits? And you like your bad habits. They're fun, right? But they're dysfunctional, right? Some of you girls, hey, that's the thought word. You know what I mean? I'm going to start twerking for no reason. So you're advertising that you're a hoe everywhere you go. When somebody go, hey. And then I don't know why people look at me like a sexual object. Because all people have to say to you is, hey, and your inner hoe come out. One fucking letter makes your inner hoe come out. What about the dysfunction you can't control? If somebody go, hey, you don't have to. I'm not shaking my ass to that no more. I'm going to conduct myself like a lady. I'm just saying. You can control that. You know. For you guys who are incels, you know, you can control that. Approach women, talk to them, get rejected by some, get accepted by others. That's in your control. The dysfunction of, you know, it's not that women don't want you, it's that you're scared of risk. That's it. You're scared to take a chance and see if somebody will actually tell you yes. It's a defeated mindset. I'm going to get a no anyway, so why not try? Why even try? But that's a dysfunction that's within your control. So what about the dysfunction that you can control? A negative attitude and outlook. You can change your mindset. You can. You can change your approach. You can. That's in your control. I'm just saying. Because a lot of people have dysfunction and issues, but a vast majority of people are acting as if the dysfunction that they have is not in their control anymore. You got fat by osmosis. You were mean to everybody because of everybody else. You're a bad spender because of you didn't get a Tonka truck at 9. You push people away because you trying to protect yourself from something that these people don't even know about. You know what? What are the dysfunctions that you can control, and what are you doing to fix it? That's all I got to say. Like, share, subscribe. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.